Business people rely on marketing research to provide the information they need to make effective decisions regarding their firm's current and future activities. The chances of making a successful decision improve when the right information is provided at the right time in the decision making process. To achieve this goal, marketing researchers often follow the 6-step process. In the initial stages, researchers define the problem, conduct exploratory research, and formulate a hypothesis to be tested. Next, they create a design for the research study, followed by the collection of data, and finally, researchers interpret and present the information in decision making. So we elaborate each step one after another. First, we take up define the problem. This is the first step. Someone once said that well-defined problems are half solved. A well-defined problem premises the researchers to focus on securing the exact information needed for the solution. Clearly defining the question that research needs to answer increases the speed and accuracy of the research process. Researchers must carefully avoid confusing symptoms of a problem with the problem itself. A symptom merely alerts marketers that they have a problem. To define the problem, the firm must look for the underlying causes of its market share loss. A logical starting point in identifying the problem might be to evaluate the firm's marketing mix elements and target market. Now we take up number 2, that is, conduct exploratory research. Once a firm has defined the question they want to answer, researchers can begin exploratory research. Exploratory research seeks to discover the cause of a specific problem by discussing the problem with informed sources, both within and outside the firm, and by examining data from other sources, for other information sources. In addition to talking with employees, exploratory research can include evaluation of company records such as sales and profit analysis, and data about the sizes about the data about the sales and profits of competitors products. Marketing researchers often refer to internal data collection as situation analysis. The term informal investigation is often used for exploratory interviews with informed persons outside the researchers' firms. Marketing can find valuable data in their firm's own internal records. 3 commonly available sources of valuable internal data are sales records, financial statements, and marketing cost analysis. Marketers analyze sales performance records to gain an overall view of company efficiency and to find clues to potential problems. Easily prepared from company invoices or a computer database system, this sales analysis can give quite revealing results for the marketing executive. Other possible breakdown for sales analysis: separate transaction by customer type, product, method of sale, that is mail, telephone or personal contact, type of order such as cash and credit, and size of order. Sales analysis is one of the least expensive and most important sources of marketing information available to a firm. Next is formulate a hypothesis. After defining the problem and conducting an exploratory investigation, the marketer should be able to formulate a hypothesis, that is, a tentative explanation for some specific event. A hypothesis is a statement about the relationship among variables that carries clear implications for testing this relationship. It sets the stage for more in-depth research by further clarifying what researchers need to test. And now we move on to number 4, that is create a research design. To test hypotheses and find solutions to marketing problems, a marketer creates a research design, a series of decisions that taken together comprise a master plan or model for conducting marketing research. In designing a research project, marketers must be sure that the study will measure what they intend to measure. A second important research design consideration is the selection of respondents. Marketing researchers are sampling techniques discussed to determine which consumers to include in their studies. And now number 5, that is collect data. Marketing researchers gather two kinds of data: secondary data and primary data. Secondary data is data from previously published or compiled sources. Census data is one example. Primary data refers to data collected for the first time, especially for a marketing research study. As an example of primary data are statistics collected from a survey that asks current customers about their preferences for product improvements. Secondary data offers two important advantages. Number 1, it is almost always less expensive to gather than primary data. And number 2, researchers usually must spend less time to locate and use secondary data. A research study that requires primary data may take 3 to 4 months to complete, while a researcher can often gather secondary data in a matter of days. Secondary data does have limitations that primary data does not. First published information can quickly become obsolete. A marketing analysis on population statistics for various areas may discover that the most recent census figures are already out of date because of continued growth and changing demographics. And then second, published data collected for an unrelated purpose may not be completely relevant to the market's specific needs. Although research to gather primary data can cost more and take longer, the results can provide richer, more detailed information than secondary data offers. The choice between secondary and primary data is tied to cost, validity, and effectiveness. In reality, many marketing research projects combine secondary and primary data to fully answer marketing questions. And finally, the last point is interpreting and presenting research information. The final step in the marketing research process is to interpret the findings and present the research information to decision makers in a format that allows them to make effective judgments. Marketing researchers should target presentations at the areas of mutual understanding. The cardinal rule of presenting marketing research requires that it assist decision making rather than being an end in itself. Marketing researchers and research users must cooperate at every stage in the research process. Too many marketing studies go unused because management fears restrictions on the results after hearing lengthy discussion of research limitations or unfamiliar terminology. Marketing researchers must remember to direct their reports toward management and not to other research specialists. They should spell out their conclusions in clear, concise, and actionable terms. Their report should outline technical details of the research methods in its appendix, if at all. These precautions will increase the likelihood that management will utilize the research findings. Log on to my website www.asifjmeer.com. I also invite you to visit my blog at asifjmeer.wordpress.com. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.